All right, how's everybody doing? So we're going to change out this three-way Gibson style selector switch. This green lead right here is coming from the neck. The neck pickup does work. I checked it with my multimeter. But something is causing a break in the electrons in this switch, and so this green lead right here coming from the neck pickup is obviously non-functional once it comes into the switch. So we're going to take the switch off and we are going to replace it with this new switch. So let's see if I can zoom in. I guess zooming in is not possible. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and clean off our solder tip. I'm going to heat this ground up so it'll pull away. In theory. Sometimes these grounds can be kind of hard to get off. Usually what I do is I try to get the hot part, the thickest part of the iron, and that seems to apply more heat. I'm going to remove this other lead, and this other one is the bridge. I'm going to throw a little piece of blue tape on there so I know. And then this right here, no, it's not best to see, that is your ground and your lead coming from the volume switch, or going to the volume switch, I should say. So, bump that off. Clean that solder tip off. And there's that. And there's this old switch. The new switch. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit so we get a little bit more slack to work with. So, first we'll start with our ground. So, that's your ground right here, at least on this switch. It's different, but the way you can tell is you track it from here all the way to the casing here. Oh, there we go. So here to here. Any lug that's attached to the entirety of the switch is usually the ground. And then this is usually for one of your two pickups, either of these two, and then the middle is your lead in and out, or your lead out. So your pickups are coming in, and then they're going out through this middle to the volume. So try to position this so you can see the best you can. Take this thing off. So I like to start with the ground, and I usually get it through the terminal and then turn it away from the rest of the switch so my soldering iron doesn't touch any of these non-metal parts. You don't want to fry your switch. And then here's our solder. And then of course the trick to soldering is you heat the terminal up. Hold on. To do a quick adjustment. You heat the terminal up with your soldering iron like this, and then you melt the solder to the heated terminal. And then usually you can see it flow over the terminal itself, and that's how you know you got it right. Give it a minute before you move it so it'll slide back out. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. No zoom in? I guess I can't zoom in. Sorry, this is my first real narration-based repair video. Alright, so here you can see there's your ground. Next I'm going to do my lead. That again is going to go through both center terminals, like so. And then we're going to heat. Need a little bit more slack for my soldering iron. heat the terminal up and melt the solder to the terminal. A little more slack. There we are. Check the other side. But see, I'm slow with my movements mainly because I don't want to move this too quick before the solder is dried, because then your terminals will, or then your wires will pop out of your terminals, and that's no fun. All right, now we're doing our pickup lead from the neck, and same process. Heat the terminal up like this, and then melt the solder to it. We are. It's tedious, but if you take your time, it can come out looking really well, and you won't have to worry about your solder joints failing and that being the cause of frustrations when you're live on stage. All right, heating this up. Come on now. There we are. That is that. So I'm going to remove the camera very slowly so you don't get nauseated. Alright, so you can see some nice solder joints on this switch. And now we'll give it a quick test to confirm that it works. Testing 1. Testing 2. And there it is. Now I just have to put it back in place the right way, and that's it.